major change in tactics by terrorists, and that was evident in the latest encounter in Baramulla, in which 3 security personnel were injured. Steel bullets were used by terrorists, piercing through the bulletproof armor of the security vehicles that were deployed in the area, and this is an increasing sign of worry now for the security agencies involved in operations of this nature. 3 security personnel were injured. 1 terrorist was reported dead. Let me go across to Suhail for more on what's been happening. If you could just give our viewers a perspective of this change in strategy and the modus operandi adopted by terrorists in this particular encounter in Baramulla.
Well, in the past, we have seen multiple times actually, use of steel bullets, basically bullets which penetrate to a certain degree of bulletproofs which are worn by the security forces, and also, these vehicles which are bulletproof. But already security forces are planning to upgrade their bulletproof level, because multiple times now we have seen that steel bullets have been used which generally penetrate through the bulletproof which are provided to security forces. And that seems to be the case here as well. That, last time also when encounter took place in Baramulla, there were steel bullets recovered from the position where their heads are steel, so they help in penetrating through any bulletproof that is provided to security forces at the moment. But that seems to be the case here as well, because multiple injuries have been sustained by security forces, which includes 2 army men and 1 policeman have been injured in the exchange of gunfire. And also we know that a sniffer dog which was brought to the spot to make sure that they are able to track down these militants has also died in that particular gun battle. Yes, the gun battle is still going on. We have been told that there are bullets being seen, heard in the vicinity, and the encounter is still underway. But 1 militant police has been killed so far. Yes, there has been a strategy change in the among these militant groups. Particularly, we have seen the use of steel bullets in the North Kashmir region, because that is close to the line of control, and that seems to be a new thing now, sending them with bulletproof bullets which are able to penetrate through the bulletproof at the level. But yes, security forces are trying to upgrade their bulletproof vehicles, and also the bulletproof which are recovering security forces at the moment.
And it's not just the steel bullets that are a cause of concern. I mean, terrorists have also upgraded the kind of weaponry that they use. They've also been, in fact, seen to be using night vision goggles as well in anti-security personnel operations in Jammu and Kashmir. They've also ended up deploying drones in certain areas as well. So we're seeing a fairly high technology kind of a proxy war being waged against our security forces here.
Well, yes, absolutely right. We've seen that there has been a technology upgrade. We had already seen there was a large fear about the use of US-made weapons, particularly those which are left behind by them in Afghanistan, and their transportation to Kashmir Valley. Certain kind of weapons have already been recovered, and their numbers have been shared with the US counterparts from New Delhi to make sure they're able to track down their origin, and they're able to nab down those who are responsible for sending these weapons across. There are night vision goggles and also thermal scopes which have been installed on M4 rifles generally used by the US forces. At the same time, we're also seeing the use of Canik TP9. It's a specialized pistol, a lightweight pistol that these modus operandi are using to carry out specific targets, because they're light in weight, and also they're able to carry out target killings with high precision. And it also has a silencer of particular kind, which also reduces the noise level. So when you target as any personnel, they're able to get away with that. So yes, security forces are making sure they are able to get through these challenges and make sure that all these technological advancements that these militant outfits are using, they're able to track them down as soon as possible.
Right. In fact, stay with us. We're also being joined right now by Mr. RSN Singh for his response. Mr. Singh, how do you react to the kind of technology upgrade that the terrorists who are waging operations against our security forces in Jammu and Kashmir have now resorted to, with sophisticated weapons at their disposal?
So what is being said that it has penetrated a vehicle, then it's the first time that bullets of this nature are being used. So it's different weapon systems, and I suspect that this may have been delivered by drones, because I was just 2 weeks back I was in that area, and I was being told that drone activity has gone up considerably, and now the payloads that are being delivered by the drones have also increased, substantially. I mean, they are carrying as much as 15 kgs of load, So that would permit, that kind of a load, heavy caliber weapons maybe being, dropped by drones. This is my suspicion. I'm not sure about it. I'm just, this is an assessment, based on the inputs that I have. But nevertheless, it is a new development which has to be taken very, very, very seriously.
And Mr. Singh, there's one more very interesting aspect to all of this, and this follows the American retreat from Afghanistan, where it's now being speculated that a lot of the weapons that they leave behind there have somehow managed to be smuggled into the territory of Jammu and Kashmir, providing easy access to the terrorists there in order to wage these kind of operations against our security forces. Is that a plausible theory in your view?
No, it's an excellent assessment by you. I totally tend to agree with you, because remember one thing, that Kashmir is part of the same ecosystem. Afghanistan, Pakistan, and Kashmir, they are part of one ecosystem. This was seen in the beginning of 90s, after the Soviet pullout from Afghanistan. The same things were happening, and again, I mean, it's anybody's guess, that Taliban, you cannot expect Taliban to be so responsible as to, prevent proliferation of these weapons. They are hand in gloves with most of the jihadi groups, and
right.
The Taliban has supported the Kashmir cause.
Absolutely. In fact, we're also being joined currently by General G.D. Bakshi as well for his response. General G.D. Bakshi, night vision goggles in the past, on the 26th of May as well as now in two different encounters, steel bullets have been recovered from the terrorists.